Welcome to Let's Go Comic Show, episode 19. My name is Matt. And Justin's not here. What do you think about that? No, I'm just kidding. I love Justin. He's over on a vacation this week with his family and friends. And by family and friends, like the friends that aren't named Matt, Richey, because I'm still here, not at the beach or camping. But hey, we miss Justin, but you know what we have to take his place is a rad friend.
We got rad friends, rad friends, rad friends.
So everyone. There's a reason Justin usually does this. I'm realizing this very quickly. Everyone, welcome to the show. My good friend, rad friend, Tim. What's up, man?
What is up, everybody? Everyone is a pleasant way of including everyone. It's a please everyone.
Pleasant everyone.
And it's more efficient than just saying, than actually saying
please everyone.
Everyone. It's like everyone, and it's just a more like to the point. Let's welcome.
Dude, you're so supportive.
Thanks.
This is going to be a good time.
I think you're doing great, and Justin's not here, but we're gonna have a great time.
He's here in spirit. I feel like he's judging what I'm saying already.
That's okay. I'm hopeful that when he listens to this in its entirety, he will go, my spirit was there, but it was okay that my body was not.
There you go.
That's what I hope he says.
Yeah. Okay, future Justin, as you're listening to this, hey, buddy, we miss you in the past here.
We do.
Time travel is crazy, man.
Justin's a really great dad, by the way. Well, you both are, actually. So
no, dude, that's okay.
No.
That door has been
when I said that, I was like, actually, when I thought about it more, you both are, and it's cool. So everyone who's listening to this podcast should know that two really great dads are talking about comic books, which in a way gives them a greater insight than just any other normal human, because they're enjoying it both through your own eyes as well as through the eyes of your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a really unique perspective, and you're both really great dads. So.
Oh, man.
It's true.
The encouragement is flowing.
I mean that. I've actually I think I've told you that before, but I've told Justin for sure on a separate occasion other than this moment. This is not the first time he's heard me say that he's a good dad.
You know what I've told Justin before? Is that
we can't say that on the air. We can't say those things on the podcast.
Second thing.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Would be that I would definitely have voice envy if I ever recorded with you. So everyone just try to make sure that you're not like cuddled up with a blanket or somewhere warm right now, because it's just the soothing sounds.
The soothing sounds.
Tim's baritone voice.
I really like your voice on the microphone though.
Oh, thanks,
I really
man.
do. Like I'm like it's uplifting. It has an extra little bit of fairy-like energy.
Man, I don't know.
like little sprinkles of joy is what I mean, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
That's amazing. Okay, so
what are we gonna do on this?
So
podcast?
Tim.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just gonna out you right at the outset.
Gosh.
Like you're not what one would think would be a stereotypical comic book fan.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it a little bit before the show, but what would you say? I mean, is there maybe just a handful of comic book or superhero related characters that you gravitate towards or have enjoyed in whatever media? I mean, because I know we're going to talk a little bit, spoilers, we're going to talk a little bit more about video game realm of things today, but just in general, like even if it is from video games or movies you've watched, like what characters, like, get to know the people, man, or people get to know you.
People get to know me. Actually, really interesting. So my initial, I would say, comic book experience was actually catalyzed by I found a whole bunch of like 1970s comics that my dad had, and they were like tattered and not in great shape, and I found them and I started reading it. I'm talking like Aquaman, the Spectre.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was this kind of I would say kind of nostalgic. It wasn't nostalgic because I hadn't. It was like the way paved forward for me was by reading my dad's comic book collection, and I would read them over and over, and it was just really cool. It felt like it was back in time, but then the characters were still existing in the world, like they were still making new stories on them. So that was really like the initial kind of like, oh, this is really interesting. I think I really love superheroes, and I love comic book stories, and then they started to really kind of bring them into, I would say, both obviously film and game. And so Batman has always been one that I've connected with in terms of I really enjoy his story.
It's like I'm here with Justin.
The conflict, I like to defend Batman. People say he's just a wealthy guy and has no powers, and I'm like, well, but being a wealthy guy is powers.
I may have been known to.
Maybe, yeah, we've all said that, and that's okay. Anyway, I would say that I think Captain America has the great nationalistic, he's a good old boy, and I've always connected with, like, he just had a good heart, and then he was given really big muscles. And so a good heart and really big muscles, and his shield is awesome. It's great when people use a defensive thing as their offensive weapon. I've always really thought that was a cool thing as well.
Yeah.
And then I've been just a very long, I would say, standing Superman fan, like watching Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. You got it, dude.
Or just Reeve?
Reeves.
Okay. Yeah. I was nervous about the ending of his last name.
Those
were not great. I'm sorry to everyone who loves those. Those were not great movies in terms of special effects, but they really, like Lex Luthor being Gene Hackman. I mean, that, like, it was great. It was really great. So
yeah.
The really classic, I would say the classics. I'm a classic comic and superhero.
You're kind of going for like the icons, like
the icons, yeah. And then there's a few like more nuanced characters that I think I've grown to care for more, especially with all of the Netflix work that has been done in terms of bringing the Daredevil, the Jessica Jones, the Luke Cage, the Iron Fist.
I love that you put the in front of it.
The
Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. The downtown. Anyway.
Sorry, the Daredevil.
Yeah, the Daredevil.
You were just telling me that you just finished season 2 of that.
I don't know what happened. I think I got really dumb or bored, or
So you started it when it first came out, but then just never finished it?
And I never finished season 2, and it was awesome. Everyone go watch it. Pause now and go watch the rest of Daredevil season 2.
Oh, this is a good. If I can interrupt you, this is actually a good time to interrupt to talk about something we talk about every show. Is when we talk about how much we like something or don't like something, we have a rating system.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What does it consist of?
So at the bottom, we have what we call "Don't Go."
Okay, I like that.
So like, don't go, man. Don't do that. Like we're gonna judge you a little bit if you go.
Like beach restrooms, don't go.
Don't go.
Don't go to those.
Dude, that's yeah. So we have something down in that area when we talk about stuff we really don't like. We also refer to it as trash juice, but that's just a fun thing. So then above that we have a go, and that's average. That's like sure, like go for it. I'm not gonna like heartily recommend it, but it's a go.
Okay.
Then we have a let's go. So that's our namesake.
It's your name, yeah.
So that means like we're positive. That's above average, right? And then the best rating we can give is gotta go. Like that's like what you said, reminded me. Like stop what you're doing, pause this podcast. We'll be back when you get here.
Yeah.
Go do that.
Yeah.
Is that so in the context of that, what would you say freshly off Daredevil season 2 you would give it?
Especially if you got halfway through and stopped, I would say gotta go. Like you stopped the moment before everything just got amazing.
Just blows up.
Yeah, no, really, I would say gotta go. Finish the season.
Yeah,
don't give up.
What was the standout for you in that?
Oh man, definitely. Sorry for any spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Spoilers for those who haven't watched it. We already asked you to stop and go watch it.
I think you've received your instructions. If you're not following at this point, this is on you. The really interesting and kind of complicated but somewhat beautiful, redemptive relationship between Karen and the Punisher.
You dug that?
She really effectively, I think, falls for him. And at least is attaching herself emotionally to the idea that he could be good, that he's not just this deranged psycho killer who's just killing and doesn't care and doesn't.
Even though he proves her wrong over and over and over.
Exactly. There's this, and she, the truth is, Karen does that with Matt Murdock. She does that with Foggy. She's constantly hopeful. She's constantly that kind of innocent, I think there's good in everyone, but it's something different. And the truth is, and the cool part, I think that I really appreciate it, and then I'll stop because you already know you got to go, but I'm just giving you more ammunition to do it.
No, it's good. It's good.
I really think that it wasn't just that she naively believed there was good. I think she saw something that other people weren't willing to or didn't want to see in the Punisher.
Right? Do you think that affected him eventually?
I think it did. I think at least it made him think. I don't think it necessarily changed him, but
still going to be a killing machine, but I'll at least think about stuff.
I'm at least going to maybe be a little more strategic. I'm going to do it in a way that, anyway, all that to say, I think it was a great layer to the story because that show already did such a great job of capturing people or capturing amazing kind of martial arts fight scenes. Like it was probably the most well done for a made for TV, made for streaming series with whatever their budget was. Anyway, great job.
All right, so that's Tim's thoughts on Daredevil, which I would say, like, Justin and I have talked about this before off the air, but everyone keep me accountable here. Like, I actually love having people that aren't as familiar with comic book history or like as detailed of knowledge, because I think that's, you know what I mean, like the more different kind of people you encounter, the more points of view you can see into something. And I feel like so much of comic book culture is just purely insider stuff, and it's hard to, you just kind of get all kind of turned in on itself, I guess. And so I think like having a perspective like yours, like it's cool to think like even that, like I remember that storyline from Daredevil, but that maybe wouldn't have been the first thing I would have thought. I would have thought like, okay, how accurate was the portrayal of Punisher? Did I believe it? Like, totally. Would Daredevil really fight that many ninjas? You know what I mean? Like, and so like, and
not just get samurai'd to death.
And I don't hold it against him, but he probably hasn't listened to other shows recently where we've kind of talked about that a little bit. Like did I tell you we had Brittany and the other wives on?
I saw that.
And we talked about Wonder Woman.
That looked really fun. Yeah, I did see that.
Dude, I felt like I learned so much. Like I had my thoughts of how I enjoyed Wonder Woman. And then on top of that, like their point of view, I was like, whoa, I hadn't even thought about that kind of stuff. It's cool, man. I feel like I'm on this kick. So, I mean, I just want to say I'm happy you're here.
Thank you,
We're just throwing the encouragement around.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I definitely do not know many of the things about all the comic things. And so thanks for letting me be a part of this experience.
Oh, dude.
As lacking in knowledge as I am. But for everyone who does have a ton of knowledge, this should be an encouraging moment for you because I think your overall philosophy of bringing in the other perspectives is really positive in that it just shows that this is now affecting people and it's reaching into the general masses. And there's a general, not like people that go see Wonder Woman think that they now have something to contribute. And the reality is they do.
They do.
They have a fresh perspective of a story, of a person, of a character and the way they're portrayed that ultimately does nothing but good things for everyone else in the community who has a little bit more of the insider language because now you can talk to people more and make some more friends and come out of hiding if you're in a dark place and with all of your comic knowledge, you can re-enter the light because people now know what you're talking about.
Well, there you go. Dang, dude, look at how insightful that is.
It was your thought. I'm just rolling with it.
It sounds better with your voice. Like, let's be honest. I'm just gonna admit that.
I'm just stealing content and speaking it ever so tenderly.
Oh, ever so tenderly.
Ever so tenderly.
Speaking of tenderly, but the opposite. Little game called Injustice 2.
Yes.
I've mentioned on the show, off the show, pretty much to anybody walking by that will listen that I really wanted to be able to play it and I have not been able to. And Tim, a reason, not the only reason. I'm not saying like you have to bring me a video game to play to get on the show, but it doesn't hurt.
It's the currency that you accept. You accept this currency, so I bring. I mean, a game
that and beer like are pretty good currencies.
Good pro quo. You bring a game, I get on a podcast.
Yeah, but video games. That was almost a good transition. I'm working on it.
No, it was a great transition.
Injustice 2. I'm excited to play it. Just before we started recording, I played, I don't know, like maybe 15 minutes or so of story mode.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Watched some cool cutscenes. I'm excited to get into the thick of it with Tim. And actually, this is going to be a first for us on our show. We're going to try to see if it makes any sense to record our conversations and exclamations while we fight each other via video game. It could be
the most boring 20 minutes of their lives or the most invigorating and exciting because I feel like we could be interesting while we play a game.
Yeah. So before we do that, let's talk a little bit about our history with these games because this is a sequel. So Injustice, when that first came out, that almost felt like a reboot from Mortal Kombat versus DC, which was, gosh, I should probably know the years on this. See, now I'm the one that doesn't know the details.
We can just brief pause, and then you can look it up and then insert it later. It was in 2006 or whatever it was.
That's right. I will absolutely do that, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It could work.
So anyway, following that, Injustice, we have a full-fledged Mortal Kombat style, I would say, fighting game with DC Universe characters.
Arguably better.
Arguably better
than Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think it's arguably.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot. What made it better to you?
Well, so here's the confession time. I didn't actually play a lot of Mortal Kombat. I wasn't allowed to. There was lots of decapitation. And
there's so much there.
When that was really popular, I was a small child and safe in my mother's care, and therefore I wasn't allowed to play. But the cinematics, the special moves, all of that, just taking it to the next level as far as like, I just did that.
On Injustice.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Superman taking you into space, knocking you back to Earth. I mean, it's just it's another kind of deeper and more aggressive and full scale picture of their power versus something that's just kind of a, what's it called when you're just looking at the two-dimensional, I guess, when you're looking just at them coming at each other. It just took it to like a 4D. I don't know. It's great.
Probably just 3D. I don't know what the fourth. And you
4K.
can smell it.
Yeah, right. The fourth dimension is the smell of the sweat from your brow as you fight.
This little spray out of the controller, like
exactly. It's the rumble pack. I guess that's the fourth.
Yeah. I guess that
what are we being sprayed with? We're being sprayed with
just
tear gas.
Yeah.
If you get
Joker venom.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Who knows?
That'd be actually pretty.
Getting IV connected to it with Bane, like venom. Yeah. Like you get like.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That just
3,
gets weird.
They'll add that.
There you go. Who knows if we'll even need a console at that point? We'll just be in your glasses.
Exactly.
Can you see this? No. And you try to wear the same pair of glasses.
Right.
To see what you're seeing? No.
Yeah.
So Injustice, I got to play it a little bit. Honestly, not as much as I wanted to.
Did you play through the story mode?
I played through some of it.
You know the story, though.
I know the story. Yeah. I did not finish it on my own.
Okay.
I went back later and watched cutscenes put together. It's really funny. Side note, I think Justin told me someone told him that at least with Injustice 2, maybe with Injustice 1 even, like someone took all of the cutscenes and just put those all together so you watch it in one chunk. And they're like, that's better than all of the current DC movies. Except for Wonder Woman, I will say, because that conversation happened.
Yeah, you guys have already
pre-Wonder
covered
Woman.
that. But yeah, I mean, it definitely was. That's part of what
but it's good storytelling
I think led
in the
to
game.
the success of the game. It was a great story. It was refreshing. It was actually coherent, and it had all of the best of all the people that you've grown to love in the DC world. So
yeah, and the replay value seemed like really good on it. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't own it, so I didn't have replay value.
I wouldn't be surprised if the game and its success somewhat was a starter for the Injustice, or rather for the Justice League. I mean, seeing people connect so much with the DC, I don't know, maybe if it's a cart before the horse situation, I don't know which came first, but I wouldn't be surprised if people were like, oh, people love this. We should do these movies and do them right.
Yeah, here's hoping, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens.
Anything's possible.
Wonder Woman was great, though.
Wonder Woman was encouraging, so hopefully it's oh man, gal,
gal. She's a gal, man. She's a cool gal.
Yeah. So Injustice 1, and that was super, not just popular but successful. Like that made some money. So of course. Gosh, it was probably like a year ago they announced Injustice 2, and everyone's just been stoked on it.
Yep.
I'm excited. I've seen some character designs, but I haven't played most of them. I think so far in story mode, I've played 2 characters. So I'm excited to try some of these and to converse while we do it. And we'll keep asking Tim his thoughts on these heroes, on this game, his experience. And maybe even if he has any stray observations or questions, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So
I will provide as many observations and questions as possible.
So we're going to try this. And guys, if this cuts directly to me just apologizing for it not working and saying goodbye to everybody, just know like we tried.
Everybody.
It's been a good run. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and get going and fire this game up.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go since I felt weird saying I was a Flash fan. Just because that sounds weird.
Flash fan?
I'm a fan.
Flashing.
Fan of flashing. So I said I was a Flash appreciator, and now Justin uses that for everything. So since I'm a Flash appreciator, that's who I'm going to choose for this first fight.
The first one is the Flash.
Who are you going
Just because I feel like people need to understand right off the bat how amazing some of these characters who are, I would say, lesser known, in at least to me they were. But
yeah, to the general public, for sure.
Recently have really appreciated the fact that they've included them and also made them fantastic. We are going to go with the Beetle.
Blue Beetle, dude.
Dude, Jaime is my main May. My main bay. Jaime is the main bay. Also, great feature. It's back. The random selection of our arena, or the competing. I'll pick one. You pick one, and it'll pick between the two.
I'm good with random because I have no.
Let's do it.
I have no opinion for any of these yet.
Random it is.
I thought I did random.
We both did, and it's going to pick between them.
Sure,
Awesome.
Batcave. Here we go.
It is. Great place to fight. It's always sad when all of his stuff gets destroyed. Those were always the hardest parts for me. If you're familiar with Batman Forever, Val Kilmer, taking it back. Dude. When they destroyed the Batcave, it was always really sad. Like when the Riddler goes in and starts destroying things. Okay, here we go. Wow.
Yeah.
Immediately getting wrecked by the Flash. Okay, so one thing you guys need to know about the Flash.
Dude. Okay, I just hit him a bunch of times, and then it kept hitting him.
Exactly. So they have done a great job of translating the ability for the Flash to be effectively teleport himself. He's that fast. And representing that as having him come from all angles of the screen at once.
Dude, you're taking it easy on me right now.
Well, I typically cannot do two things at once, and clearly in this moment I'm exhibiting that. Now, I will tell you that if you charge up your special move, we need to see it, and everybody needs to see this Flash special. It's fantastic. Probably one of the best in the game.
I'll find a link to it.
There it is, folks.
Here we go.
Right now.
I'm going to put a link to this on the show notes so we can check it out.
You got to let people know, because this is really great.
Oh, there's a T-Rex.
And yes.
And I ran you into yourself.
To my past self. That's what he did. Ran me into the past self.
It's like us talking to future Justin.
Exactly. Only instead of talking to future Justin, you just barrel me into future Justin.
Or Justin into himself.
Yeah, precisely. That's fantastic. So another aspect of the Flash that's great, he has this time-slowing ability, effectively slows everything but his own movements down, which is great. We're about ready for a little bit of the Blue Beetle special, but not quite yet, because I just lost some of the energy. What do you call it in these games? It's not mana. Your energy,
like energy?
I guess.
Special energy?
Special energy.
You have a special energy.
Thank you.
What is it that usually is it the special move we're about to see?
We are about to see.
What gets you into Blue Beetle for this? Oh, you missed!
I did.
Guys.
It's not an uncommon thing to miss. But
so, are you familiar with Jaime Reyes' character? I'm guessing from the Young Justice cartoon.
That is exactly where I'm familiar with the young Jaime.
Yep, season 2, Young Justice. We've talked about that before, guys. Just that's a gotta go.
Now, I will say the young Jaime is a little older in this iteration of Jaime.
So he's not a teenager, but he's still
not a
pretty
teen.
Young.
He's kind of grown. Moves are still fantastic. I think that he might be my. I think he's my new favorite in this game. Of the new additional characters they've added.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man, so many characters. The other design I'm excited about that I saw are for Atrocitus.
Yes, Matthew. I think Atrocitus. I was hoping you would go for him. To meet you in battle.
Do you have a different costume for Wonder Woman?
You know what?
No. It just looks like in the picture. That's weird.
Does. It does indeed. I was going to save this for later, but we're going to bring out my favorite.
Kara Supergirl.
Supergirl. And we'll go with the true random selection, so go ahead and we'll let the game fates decide.
Metropolis, Ace of Clubs.
I'm going to show you my favorite part of this level. So they also done a great job in this game of making the arenas really interactive in new and interesting ways. We're currently at a tavern-like situation, and as soon as I'm able to, I'm literally going to pick up a human and throw him at you. So as soon as I can do that, it's going to be great.
I just did it. Suck
Oh, see, you beat me to it. It's so funny. Like picking up a guy in a like yellow vest and just throwing him is so awesome.
Oh, does she teleport?
She flies away and then returns in such a manner as to immediately hit you. And basically, this is the hack, folks. Supergirl has a move that is fantastic.
Oh, were you just walking and lasering me?
Pretty much, yes. Uh-oh. Special move.
Special move for
seared
Atrocitus.
directly through the heart.
And a bull red lantern construct. So what do you know of Atrocitus outside of this? Do you know anything?
Yeah, so his power is rage. Yes? Is that what we're talking? What we say it is? Rage?
Yeah, they're fueled by rage,
Fueled by
anger,
rage.
any of that.
So I did watch fantastic series that was on Netflix on the Green Lantern. It was animated.
Green
It was
Lantern
so
animated
good.
series, dude.
So I got a little bit of. I think Atrocitus was in there.
He was the primary villain, actually.
That is who I
for the first.
So that's
season.
my only experience with him in this game, and that was another point I would say that's really excellent that they've added into Injustice 2, the appearance of what I would say to be pets. If you're a
like little assistants.
Little assistants, yeah. So Atrocitus has one. It's pretty great.
Do you know his name?
I do not know the name of Atrocitus's little pet, but
Little
you do,
cat.
don't you?
I do.
You know the
I'm
name.
blanking right now, though.
When you remember it, tell everybody.
Sorry, everybody. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed, future Justin. Uh-oh.
It's time, people. And see, that wasn't a great moment to choose that. But nonetheless, Supergirl's pretty awesome. One of the things that I would say people that are playing this game might be experiencing is that there are certain characters, I would say Martian Manhunter in the first of this game, and then in this one, Supergirl, they have what I would argue nearly indefensible moves.
So the laser eyes would be one of them?
Yes, I would say the
And that
leaving,
teleport's tough.
It is. It's really hard.
Batgirl had that.
Batgirl had that too, and that's what made her difficult to defend against. You're coming in from a part of the screen that the other player doesn't know exactly how it will land on them, and so.
All right, I'm going to stay with the villains, and I'm going to go Captain Cold.
Keeping it evil. Keeping it evil. We're going to go with one of my other favorites. Again, one of the most annoying and pesky moves
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern has is one of my favorite things to do repeatedly to my opponents.
Well, I'll be happy to find that out here in just a second. Kondak. Do you know who's from Kondak?
I do not.
Black Adam.
I should have done that.
He rules. I don't know if it's an Iron Fist
I'm
or not.
interested to see what you're going to think about the Captain Cold character. Again, his weapon, primary being that of a blaster, if you will. He's a gun guy. Effectively, he's a gun guy, right?
That's what he does. Thing.
Yeah.
I'm just button mashing everybody.
Yeah, I think they all needed to hear that for like a few seconds, just to be
silence. Aware. Oh, he's got
That's
the midair
one,
catch,
folks. It's the midair catch. It's the back and forth. Oh man. Oh, another really cool feature.
Oh, nice.
We're going to pause just a moment while Captain Cold's cinematic destruction of Green Lantern takes place.
That's not too bad. It was all right.
It was cool. It was entertaining. The creation of damage zones. So a lot of these characters have the ability to create a space in which, upon walking through it, you're damaged.
You take damage?
Captain Cold being one of those
Do they heal
individuals.
themselves too in some of those?
That's exactly right. As in the case of Dr. Fate, there is a zone that they are able to then suck your life, and I believe take it for their own.
Oh, gosh. Sheesh. You know, what fellow nerds would know, they call that in other games would be AoEs, or area of effect.
Ah, thank you. See, I'm learning all of these
Dude, that stupid ice
conversational
shield does
lingos.
nothing. So you've seen Legends of Tomorrow?
I have.
What do you think about Captain Cold?
Yeah, it's been great. Again, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't watched it, I'm going to reference something that is, I think season 2, right, is what's on Netflix right now?
Yes, that is the most current. Okay. That's the most recent season.
So they...
I think I'm about to take you out right now, dude.
You might just have defeated. Folks, that's it. R.I.P. the Lantern. The Lantern has been extinguished.
And those are kind of lame moves, too, so sorry, everybody.
Yeah. But anyway, you got to feel Captain Cold. I loved the way they continued to weave the Captain Cold presence into the story.
Yeah,
in spite
even though
of
spoilers, season 1, he sacrifices himself and dies.
For the good of the group.
Yeah.
So, great to watch. What's Fire Guy's name? See, I don't know.
Firestorm? No. Heatwave.
Rory?
Yeah, Rory. Make a Rory.
Great to watch him.
Heatwave.
Great to watch a guy like Rory mourn the loss of his friend and battle the presence of his friend psychologically. Realizing the
you are
dual,
just all sorts of deep right now. I love it, dude.
Realizing the dual nature of their relationship and comparable to Firestorm with the Doctor and what's his other guy's name? See, you know all the names. I don't remember the names. Anyway, comparable to that, they were kind of a team, right? They were the
Firestorm you're talking about.
Firestorm is what I'm referencing, yeah. So, but Rory and Captain Cold, they were a team, and one of them died, and you still see the psychological effect of the loss of his partner throughout the season. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good characterization for them, because usually when you have, I actually love the Flash's bad guys are called the Rogues. And
yes.
Heatwave and Captain Cold are both part of that crew. Mirror Master as well.
Also a part.
But they can kind of be campy, you know what I mean? They kind of be cheesy, but like to take it a step further and characterize them that well, where they both feel like real people.
Yeah.
And not just caricatures of like, I like fire, I like ice.
Yeah. No, they did.
I don't know.
They did a great job. Here, I'm going to make a recommendation for you.
You need to unlock some more people. I see some silhouettes around here.
And if you can tell, over on the left-hand side there, I am very excited for the Black Manta. I can see the shape of his head over there, and I'm super excited.
Cheetah.
Also, check out, I think we have is it the Atom over here? Little guy?
Black Adam? Oh, no. Wait, the Atom?
The Atom. No, I'm sorry.
Who are you pointing to?
The tiny man over on the side. Could that be on the far right?
Oh, on the far right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be the Atom.
The Atom, yeah, fantastic.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the silhouettes.
No,
I was
good.
looking at this
You're
stuff. I'm going to go ahead and try.
Gorilla Grodd might be great for you to try. I would recommend him. Again, probably one of the top characters added to the game. I enjoyed him greatly.
Because he was not in the first one.
Correct.
Wait, were you just... When you went by, did it show Jason Todd?
No, I think it just showed.
Oh, interesting. I thought
the
I saw
Robin
something.
character.
The Robin.
The Robin.
Damian Wayne is his name.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Damian Wayne versus like what differentiates him from other Robins?
Yes. Well, Damian is the son of Bruce, trained by Ra's al Ghul in the League of Assassins. His mother is Talia.
Yeah,
al Ghul.
dude. See, like you don't know anything. You totally know stuff.
I just feel very proud of myself that I knew all those answers. So Batman and Talia's relationship also fantastically represented in Batman Arkham City, the game, which I played on PS3, and it was a fantastic game. In keeping with the open world concept that Assassin's Creed blazed the trail for, Arkham City is a fantastic representation of everything that's amazing about Batman, all of the villains, all of the fight styles, all of the gliding through Arkham City, and ultimately a great love story of, as always, conflicted between him and Talia, but it was where I got a little bit more of my knowledge base from.
Yeah, they covered a lot of story ground, a lot of characters in those
They really
Arkham
did.
games.
And that was one of the criticisms. You know, you got all the, it just felt like a little carnival show of all the villains. But
dang, Grodd is
he is kind of
strong.
There's some fantastic moves that Grodd has using the mind control feature. Effectively, once you hit your circle function, for those of you playing on PS4, you'll activate the mind control capacity, and then there's several moves that are specific to that particular zone that you can only do when you're activating the circle power up. Gorilla Grodd is very strong. That's all we know.
That's all I know.
That's all that we all know. Matthew, your favorite of the legends, who would you say?
Of the show.
Of the show.
Legends.
Yeah. So not necessarily characters divorced from the show, standalone, but in the show, who have you enjoyed?
In the show, who have I enjoyed? I have... Okay, I think personality-wise, the most fun is definitely Ray, the Atom. Ray Palmer. Just because Brandon Ruth, man, that guy is just so likable. I feel like the actor that plays him. But here's the thing. I actually stopped watching the show in season 2 and just started reading recaps of it because I was getting kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
I can tell you who my least favorite character is.
Let me guess. Oh man, this is challenging. Let me guess that your least favorite character is one half of Firestorm.
No.
Oh wow.
I actually like Firestorm, and I wish they would do more Firestormy things and less just arguing as regular people, because that's way less interesting.
Okay, so who's your least favorite?
Sarah Lance.
You know what? I was gonna guess her next.
Everyone has liked her so much over the course of when she was on Arrow, when she's on this, but I'm like, I don't feel like you're a likable person, like really at all.
Fair enough.
Which I'm sure the actress is wonderful in real life, like super nice probably, but just...
Is it mean if I say sometimes like her chin thing bothers me? Is that like a very offensive? If she's listening, which by the way, if she's listening, this
Katie
podcast
Watts,
has come up right now.
Go ahead and...
I'm sorry. You're a very beautiful
person. Go ahead and DM us. We'll talk about it on the show.
I will publicly recant for the comment that I just made about your chin. I'm so sorry. But it's just, it's distracting sometimes. It's
Speaking
like
Firestorm.
She's almost going to cry, but she's not. Okay, we were just talking about Damien. I'm going to go with him.
All right. I'm going to try Firestorm.
Fantastic.
Fire in your face. So Firestorm is a really interesting character that they do almost nothing with on that show. One of Firestorm's main powers in the comic books is to be able to transmute things. Like, he's basically a walking, like, periodic table. Like, he can take things and change it into another element.
Wow.
Like, you can throw something at him, and he'll change it into, like, water, and it'll just splash him.
I will say,
stuff like that.
I will say, if you had powered through a few more episodes, they did, in one very pivotal moment, give Firestone.
That's a whole different character.
Exactly. They did give him a great transmutation, kind of save the day with that power moment. But it was also like the one and only time he used it in the entire season. He, again, spoiler alert, he turned something into jelly beans, and it was great.
Oh, serious?
He really did. And then Rip Hunter, our fearless leader, tried one of the jelly beans.
Oh, man.
And just said, they're jelly beans. That was his great dialogue in that moment.
Oh, Rip Hunter.
Rip Hunter, yeah.
The guy you love to hate.
The guy that loves to hate himself.
Okay, I did see a stretch of episodes with Legends where he was like amnesia, like didn't know who he was.
It was really interesting,
and they were in the 70s, right? Like he helped. He was basically friends with George Lucas.
Yeah, that was true. It was it was pretty fantastic.
I didn't do a dang thing.
I would say that I made haste to beat you in that round. You made great haste.
Great haste, man.
What are you excited about in the days ahead? No parameters, but within the world of the heroes and the villains, are there any matchups that you're looking forward to seeing on either the big screen or the...
I'm so excited for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Whoa.
That is July 7th, man. That's coming up soon.
People are not ready. First of all, you guys have already probably talked about it, but just the alarming youthfulness of Aunt May in...
Right. No one's ready for Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, nobody... Like, we were all so distracted. We couldn't decide if we liked the new character of Spider-Man more or if we were just like, I've never seen young Aunt May before. But
and it's Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey.
Hey, Aunt May.
Hey, Aunt May. How you doing?
I saw
how you doing, Aunt May?
an image they released recently where she was wearing like old glasses, like supposedly like almost kind of like grandma-ish like glasses and stuff. I was like, oh, that's cute, guys. Look at you trying to put glasses on Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
trying to look old.
That's not going to do what they think it's going to do.
All right, dude, I'm going to try Cheetah.
Wow. This could be a good matchup. We're going to go with the Bane lost weight, everybody, in this iteration of the game. Bane is...
that design is rad.
It's much more believable. And that's one thing I think they did a great job, too, in this.
Because he was just huge in the last game,
yeah,
right?
They had these really, like, kind of extreme, over-the-top, too big to be believable characters. And... they did a great job of trimming him down and making him seem more realistic and believable.
Oh, he does sound kind of like Tom Hardy. I kind of want Bane to sound like Tom Hardy forever now.
Yeah, they really are fairly purists in that Bane is a. I don't want to be insensitive, so I'm not really sure how to say. I think he's like a Mexican guy, right?
Yeah, he's South American traditionally.
Okay, yeah, and they do that
from a fictional country. So I mean,
right? They present him.
Generalize a little
they
bit.
present him that way in this game as well. You'll hear him have an accent.
Good, he should be. In Young Justice, which you watched. Oh, dude, that was a rap
Sorry, everyone. Cheetah just broke Bane's face on the ground, and it was really difficult to watch.
Oh, and I just broke Bane's back.
That was the sound of us watching and listening to Cheetah literally go ape.
Yeah, we just stopped mid-sentence. Huh?
We needed to let everyone hear at least a little bit of the moments that were transpiring.
Okay, I like her a lot so far. This has been one of my favorite
You've
characters to play
actually done
with.
really well with her. We have not... I played... Oh, see, this is that moment in time.
Okay, sorry. Guys, I have PS3. I'm old school. I don't have a PS4. That center button is right between the joysticks, and so if your fingers slide off, even a little off that joystick...
just a tiny little bit.
So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this.
X.
Hit
and we're back,
X,
folks.
And we're back to... into a pile driver.
And
just in time.
I hate when I walk into a room and I'm immediately in a pile driver.
Hey, I can pick up stuff.
You can. Cheetah is a strong animal lady.
So one of the things for Injustice 2 that is kind of a big selling factor, I feel like they pushed in the marketing a lot, is this like upgrade, like, I mean, I think of like costume or skins, I guess.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess armor system. Have you taken that for spin very much?
A little bit. So again, one of the other features that they introduce in this game.
Okay, Cheetah's pretty dope.
Cheetah is dope.
Cheetah and Flash so far.
Cheetah won that one, folks. Is the Brother Eye. Okay, so all of you folks that know a lot of things about things, you know about Brother Eye. Batman creates this worldwide surveillance system to keep an eye on everybody. Hence, Brother Eye, Big Brother.
Yeah. How does that go in the game? Because it doesn't go well in the comics.
It doesn't go super well in the game as well. Again, spoiler alert, Brainiac infiltrates it and turns it to its own devices. I think later on Cyborg is able to set it free. But in the gameplay, in terms of how it affects it, Brother Eye is watching for situations all over the planet. You then can go to the different worlds, the different universes, the multiverse.
Oh, so the multiverse.
Exactly. And you can go and take your character in the pursuit of leveling them up, in the pursuit of gaining new armor, new powers, new abilities.
Oh, wow. So that's like an entirely different part of gameplay.
It's a great single-player thing. You can go just a couple missions at a time, and effectively you're building your character, which it does then translate to your overall level, which is portrayed at the top here as we're in like the select screen.
Okay.
So we're both level 1 right now. But if you
have you gotten any of that for any characters?
Yeah, so if I head over to Supergirl, if you were to go over to Supergirl, because you're under my profile right now, head on over to Supergirl. You're going to see a level 8 because I've spent a lot of time with her. So she's actually stronger than some of these other low-level guys that I haven't spent a lot of time with.
Interesting. Okay. And Green Arrow's level 4?
Spent a little time, level 4.
Dr. Fate, not so much.
Not so much.
Just hating on Aquaman too.
Yeah, but he's great. He really would be a great.
That
character.
trident is like an unfair advantage sometimes.
Yeah,
the
it's
reach
fantastic.
On that thing.
It's pretty fantastic. We're gonna go a little Black Adam, not ATOM, but ADAM.
and Dr. Fate. Let's do this.
I'm interested to see what you think of Dr. Fate. I don't know, man. I'm not a huge fan of the Magic Man. The magical Dr. Fate.
The magical Dr.
I'm a fan of him as a character. I'm interested to see what you feel like.
As far as gameplay and stuff, if he's anything like
best.
Firestorm, I'm kind of screwed right now. So
yeah, well, he's a little combination of Firestorm with Captain Cold. He creates the AOE's, as you said earlier, but I'm not totally about him. I am, however, about the Emperor Palpatine-like abilities of the Black Adam. Anytime anyone uses lightning that comes directly from their fingertips, I will ever and only think about the great
Star
Emperor
Wars.
Palpatine. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, I am getting wrecked, everybody.
Well, special move. Blocked and thwarted, folks.
Blocked it.
Blocked and thwarted.
We're both magic bros. Why can't we just get along?
Yeah, the Atom's better. I think he's just
Atom.
the Atom.
Hold on,
the Black Adam.
Just Black Adam. Not all of these does.
I know. I don't
So
now
formal.
because it gets confusing. There are actual people
The Tim just thinks it applies to everybody.
Craig and Stasia in the downtown.
John Mulaney for those in the know.
Oh man,
Various accoutrement.
John Mulaney, man.
Dude, Dr.
He's doing
Fate is
some
such
shows
a
in
cool
L.A.
kid.
Oh, it's a shameless plug for JM.
He's doing shows in L.A.?
He is
I need to
on
go
my
to those.
birthday, man. On my
Oh.
birthday. I just looked at tickets. The cheapest ones are $35
What? That's so...
at the Orpheum Theater. Is that
Oh,
a thing?
careful.
I know, right? That was
Hey there.
going nowhere quickly.
Oh.
Okay.
Just
I'll
sucked
be
you into my
honest with
chest.
you. I've never seen this scene, and it's pretty amazing.
Dude, all the Lords of Order just wrecked you.
Man, putting the hurt on the Black Adam. The Black Adam.
I'm like one-handing it while I'm drinking my beer. Although that
And
sounds really bad.
and that
I don't even
was
know what that...
in reference to the controller for all
Yep.
of you that
Wow.
just turned off the
One-handed.
podcast because you thought we were a different kind of show for a minute.
Dude, I can't believe I just turned that around in one with Dr. Fate. That did not start super well.
Yeah, I lost focus a little bit. I think I was enjoying our conversation. But
All right. I was enjoying it too. Are you trying to say I wasn't enjoying it?
No,
I was just
think you're
focusing
just
more on
better
the
at
game.
multitasking.
Ignoring
than I am.
you.
You're good at enjoying multiple experiences all at once. And
I can just ignore your sexy
I am
voice.
a one-track mind kind of person.
So I think we're probably wrapping up here. But you had thoughts about just the plausibility, maybe, of some of these heroes fighting each other and not just completely and utterly destroying each other right off the bat.
Yeah, so anytime anyone fights against our Kryptonian friend, the Superman, in many iterations of Superman across comic books, across a lot of the great cartoons, Justice League did a great 2 or 3 season run on Netflix, the cartoon from years ago.
Yeah.
And it was really
The
good.
Bruce Timm Justice League stuff was great.
Yeah, and I always felt like every
Justice
time...
League Unlimited.
Those were awesome. I love watch every season, every episode. I think Superman is constantly in this, place where he's being matched up against people, and they're able to hold their own. They're able to throw him against a building or through a couple buildings, and after a while, he's like, "All right, let me just stop messing around and get serious." I think that I've not enjoyed watching him be effectively weakened, or it's like everybody has kryptonite. It's like they're selling it in gumball machines. I don't know what. I don't know where
Everyone has it in their
getting
system.
This
What happened?
very rare mineral is suddenly in great supply. Anyway, those are my couple of issues. But in this game, and this is a great plug for Injustice 2, I think they've done a fantastic job of showing multiple believable scenarios where other characters are able to hold their own against Superman based upon explained, handicaps that he's being subjected to.
Yeah,
So
the little bit of story mode I did, it was like, oh, okay, here's was it a red?
It was a red sun grenade that Batman had.
Yeah, so that kind of dampened his
Exactly.
power, and then they fight.
Yeah, they do fight.
They
Matthew
burp
got
while they
punched
fight. Wow.
by the red solar grenade just now.
Just yep. Sorry, everybody. That's gross into the microphone. But yeah, I mean, how do you feel about that in general, though? I feel like because Superman, I feel like that's I mean, various people are going to think different things about what's core to each character.
Yeah.
I think actually, what's the right word? I want to say, like
Restraint.
Yeah, restraint. I was going to say embracing limitations, but restraint is the way to say that.
Yeah.
Just one word. Restraint is like a core component to who Superman is.
Yeah. Because if Superman just did what Superman could do, the shows would be 2 minutes long because he would just wreck everyone and then it'd be over and he'd save the day. So his restraint is also a battle of him trying to morally choose to not just kill everyone.
Yeah, and not crush everything. Like, I mean, like, he wouldn't be able to hold anything. He wouldn't be able to, like,
and again,
any physical contact with anyone that wouldn't just completely just crush them.
Exactly. They capture it well in Injustice 2. There's a poignant moment when he effectively says, I'm always holding back. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And he just goes to work. But, of course, there's another Kryptonian on the scene that makes that possible. Of course, I am now referring to the Supergirl.
That's cool.
Matthew, are you thinking one last battle, or are you thinking we're going to wrap it up?
I'm thinking one last battle, and we just do random.
Wow.
Random everything.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Because there's just too many to try to choose
Precisely.
from.
Let's do it.
And I might force Tim to do another round of this once the microphones are turned off. All right. Scarecrow, Captain Cold.
Interesting. And we'll do random again.
We will be Arkham Asylum front gates. Let's do this.
Doing it.
Guys, thanks so much for listening.
Yeah.
If you get the chance, just take the chance, actually. Don't get the chance. Don't wait for the chance to come.
Seize the day.
Seize the day.
Carpe diem.
Go ahead and review our show on iTunes. Leave us 5 stars. That'll help us out a ton. If you want to get a hold of us and talk about any of the stuff we've talked about, if you want to ask to hear Tim's silky voice once more on the show, if you have any of those kinds of things, you can hit up the show. Let's Go Comics Show for Twitter and Instagram.
Let's go.
Hit us up on Facebook. You can also go to our website, letsgocast.com, and you'll be able to see our show and those episodes of our sister show, the Let's Go podcast.
Let's go.
Go.
Let's go.
So, it's been fun. Thanks for coming, Tim.
Yeah, thanks
I appreciate
for letting
it.
me
Thanks for
on.
bringing this game.
I am happy to do so. If that is the currency that I must provide in order to participate in this really fun opportunity to talk on a microphone.
One of many.
You, Matthew, it's fantastic.
We're just going to continue to smash stuff. But hey, we will talk to you guys next week. I am Matt.
And I am Tim Too Tall Hawley.
Let's go.
Let's go.